significance is that an established actor usually wouldn't test. They'd be offered the role.
Remember all of the noise Amber and her people had been making about losing money from Aquaman? Well, let's just say the truth about all of that is out, and Camp Amber now have their tails between their legs, sulking up to Depp's team. Did I pique your interest? Good, because there's a lot more. Over the past couple of days, there have been several huge revelations about the Depp Heard case. After several documents directly related to the case started to get unsealed, and it just so happens that one of these was factual evidence and proof that the production house, Warner Bros., actually had no plans to retain Amber Heard. And here's where the kick is: that decision had already been on the table before the whole Depp Heard case was brought to light. Shocked? Well, hold your horses, because that's only where it begins. Additional evidence that was also unsealed showed that Amber's people, knowing fully well that the actress didn't have any claim in relation to Aquaman 2, actually reached out to Depp's team, sulking up to them and trying to get them to agree not to bring it up in court. However, the reply from Depp's team is exactly what every average person would say. As you could tell from the pictures, Depp's people were probably confused, questioning why anyone would intentionally want to walk away from several millions of dollars if they knew they even have the slightest chance of a case. Well, let's just say Depp's people aren't buying into their BS, as they utterly shot down any talk about not bringing up the facts about Aquaman 2 in the trial. This makes you wonder, because if they can argue it out, they should not be scared about Depp's team bringing it up. Well, I'll tell you why it is such a scary thing for them. You see, most trials are based on credibility of the parties involved. This is also why the history of those parties directly involved in a case always comes into play, and that history could either have a hand in making the case or just totally breaking it. And in this case, this is definitely going to break their case, because historically, Amber is already seen as a liar to everyone, not just because she has repeatedly lied on the stand and been caught, just like with the divorce settlement case.
The $7 million divorce settlement directly to charities you identified.
That is correct. He paid the installments to me.
You stopped that from happening, didn't you?
But another aspect of her credibility being totally gone is the fact that she is currently under investigation for perjury in an entirely different country. Now, putting all of these details together, you could easily see the fate that Amber and her people are trying so hard to avoid in the upcoming appeal. But in my opinion, I think it just might be a little too late for them. Because besides the fact that all of her lies were literally publicized, she really doesn't have a case to stand on for an appeal in the first place. So I believe this whole charade of appealing is just an excuse for her to buy more time for her debt to Johnny. But she just might end up worse off than she started after all. Speaking of Johnny, it is also worth mentioning that the man actually had a major contribution to her even getting the role in the first place. But that's a story for another day. Expectedly, this revelation turned the internet upside down, with several fans giving their thoughts on the whole issue. One user wrote, "Crystal clear that WB's decision on H's casting and payment got nothing to do with JD. Another fail on the defendant's argument, and no wonder they wanted to seal all the dirt coming out." Well, that's it for now. I'll see you on the next one.